Okay, guys and girls, time for today's project. Nice rainy day today, so I can, yeah, nice and warm out here by my little forge. So I figured I'd give it a go. Turn something out useful today. This camera sucks. Here we have just a regular old run-of-the-mill railroad spike. See them all over the place. I know a lot of people use these to make knives and so on and so forth, and it's really been done to death, but it hasn't been done to death by me. I figure it's a learning experience. You're going to need a lot to have several different skill sets to be able to take care of this. You're going to have to take the blade, or I'm sorry, you have to fuller out the blade and lengthen it out and draw it out. You have to widen it. You don't want just, because that's just a puny knife, let's face it. You want something, with a little bit of body to it. Probably, I don't know, like that. So, something like that. And then I'm going to also put a couple twists in it and flatten up the head so it's kind of uniform with the body of the knife. And I'm going to try to roll the tip right there. I'm going to try to roll that over till it hits about right meow. That way it's good and rounded off on the butt. And then I'll pry it back a little bit and see if I can't, I don't know, maybe a bottle opener, makeshift bottle opener. Like I said, we'll see how it goes, I suppose. Tragedy. I was goofing around. You can see I was trying to roll around the head, trying to get it back to where I could make my little bottle opener. And then I was going to twist it, and for whatever reason I got distracted. And I'm sure, David, you'll enjoy the hell out of this. I took a page out of your book, and well, I think I did you one better, actually. I melted it straight in half. At least whenever yours come out, they're still somewhat intact. But there you go. That's what you get whenever you're not paying attention and you just decide you want to go ahead and burn the crap out of something. Well, that's it. I guess moving on. Get another one out of the bucket. Just as a recap, I went from something like this, just your basic run-of-the-mill, average little railroad spike. And this isn't the one I was working on today, but this gives you an example of what I intended to do with it. Put that twist in the head, and then of course roll over that. And the blade, I intend to make the blade considerably bit bigger, but actually, that's really about it. And take two. Here's my next one. Again, I went from, just as a recap, I went from something like this, just, your basic run-of-the-mill, average little railroad spike. And this isn't the one I was working on today, but this gives you an example of what I intended to do with it. Put that twist in the head, and then, of course, roll over that. And the blade, I intend to make the blade considerably bit bigger, but actually, here we go. Not quite the finished product. You can see I stretched the blade out considerably. I put my little decorative twist into the handle. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's got a little weight to it. It ain't going nowhere, that's for sure. But you can see I've already started to try to bevel it. Well, I don't know if you can see it or not. Well, I guess you can right there. I've already tried to start to bevel the edges. You can see there, which the bevel takes it from the normal blade. That's where it starts to slope, and you can see the line, sort of. And it goes down, and that's where it goes down to the blade, and that's where you sharpen it. Again, not finished yet. Just figured I'd give it a little update. Starting to look good. I don't know how my bottle opener is going to work, though. It's I'm gonna have to do a little grinding, probably shape it up a little bit. I mean, it's maybe it'll be functional. Who knows? And of course, I don't really know how you. I guess you could hold it like that and avoid cutting yourself and still open a bottle. Yeah, we'll see. So it's still got a little ways to go. I need to finish flattening out the back end I'm pretty happy with the way the tip is looking. I mean, I'll bevel out the top a little bit and sharpen up the bottom, clean it up. As far as treating it, I don't know if I'm going to put wax on it or not, but I don't know. We'll see. Just here it is so far. Finished grinding. Let's focus. Okay, finished grinding and cleaned up the entire knife. It looks a little black right now because I just went ahead and hardened it, and I took it to a critical temperature. Made sure it didn't have no, like the blade lost its magnetism. It wouldn't stick to a magnet, and then I went ahead and quenched it, and that should lock everything in place and make the edge nice, or the blade nice and hard. I didn't harden the handle because I didn't see no point in it. But so now all that's left really is to it looked like it may have warped a little. Oh, that's great. Oh well, ain't no big deal. Now all that's left is to clean it up again and sharpen it, and should be all. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, at least clean up the blade and sharpen the edge, and then I think I'm going to treat the whole knife with beeswax to give it that nice black appearance. I don't know, I like it better than the chromed out, the shiny metal. Looks more rustic, if you will. And there you go. I'll go ahead and finish it up, and then it's cradle to grave. It went ahead and covered the whole thing with beeswax. I mean, it's probably still, yeah, it's still good and hot. So I ain't gonna mess around with it too much. Let me see. Yeah, yep, that hurt. Too hot to mess with. But I went ahead and put an edge on it, and coated it with beeswax. I'm pretty happy with the results. It turned out nice. I don't know about the bottle opener yet. We'll see. Maybe it'll work. If it doesn't, well, got a good knife anyway. After I put the edge on it, I was able to slice paper with it. So there you go. Cradle to Grave Railroad Spike Knife by TheHitchSmith. Me, Joe. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all's watching. Have a good night.